Tour, sponsored by Hollister Whitney.
And this is Saturday, March 15th. Beware, as it is the Ides of March, and you have indeed entered overtime. Now, we are briefly now in that weird transitional bubble phase between winter and spring sports. But at least we got our first taste of track and field action today for 2025 with a bit of high-caliber indoor competition on the campus of Illinois College. And we begin tonight with an apology to this young lady, Sasha Betts, who set a new PR in the wheelchair 60 meter of 21:84. I got stuck filming other things, so congratulations to Sasha. Boys shot started off with Tucker Cook there, a throw of 12.62 meters. He was in 8th. Ryan Horn, 11.71 meters. That finishes 13th. The low local for us, Central's Evan Walker here, who threw 13.66 meters, good for second place. Girls 400 meter now, and you are looking at McKenna Davis of Liberty. She ran a really great time, but the competition in this one, severe. In the final heat, she's in 3rd. She would finish in a time of 105.68. That is good actually for 5th place overall. Marley Schulte of West Hancock, your low local in that event. Girls 60 meter hurdles in the middle of your screen, lane number 3. That is Agnes Genenbacher of Camp Point Central. Going to run a time in this one of 10:31. Good for 3rd place for her. I talked about being stuck in the triple jump pit while Sasha Betts was racing. I was checking out this guy, Ian Escapa from Rushville Industry. Finishes 3rd. His best jump, 11.65 meters. Yeah, he told me I better put the faceplant on TV. We did that exactly for you, Ian. A little bit later, Madison Frieden, she finished 6th among the girls triple jumpers. Locally, Grace Grotehouse and Dee Dee Church from West Hancock were 4th and 5th respectively. Story of the day though, 60 meter prelims in this one. Middle of your screen, it's Sailor Berry, already a state champ in the long jump. She's doing work right here at the time, running a 7.9 blistering pace, set a new meet record in the prelims, but she was not alone among the speedsters. Also in the prelims, middle of your screen, Addie Foss right there from Camp Point Central. She'd win her event as well. So we get a final between Foss and Berry, I should say, and Sailor Berry is going to take it again, shattering the meet record with a run of 7.9. Congratulations to her. All individual events today, no team scores. Let's talk some basketball. Little unfinished business for you with all state nods. They came out this weekend in Champaign from the Coaches Association. In Class 4A, 3 Quincy High Blue Devils were honored. Bradley Longcord III is a first-team All-Stater. Keyshawn Thomas was accorded 3rd-team All-State distinction. And Dom Clay ended up as a special mention pick in Class 4A. In Class 2A, West Hancock shot eraser Cooper Knowles is a 2nd-team All-Stater. That seems low to me, but nevertheless, as a junior, not too shabby. QED's Jace Allensworth got 3rd-team plaudits, while Lewis Siegfried of West Hancock and Wesley Robertson of Illini West cracked the special mention list in Class 2A as well in this one. Meanwhile, in Class 1A, we're well represented as well. Jacksonville Routs Bryson Mossman, I should say, is a 2nd-teamer as an All-Stater. Blake Schwartz from Payson Seymour, who is now his school's all-time scoring leader, ends up as a 3rd-teamer All-Stater. And Sawyer Allen of Unity is a special mention All-Stater as well. So congratulations to all of those gentlemen, one and all, on honors well deserved. Well, as is usually the case, the influx of March College signings has arrived at full force right now. This was a particularly robust week in Northeast Missouri. Leading off, multi-talented Mark Twain Diamond star Bronwyn Harding made good on her long-standing commitment to grow her softball talent at Northeast Iowa Community College the next 2 years.
It's honestly great. I just get to continue doing the thing that I really love to do, and I get to meet new people along the way and make new memories, and I'm just really excited.
What'd you like about NICC? Why was that kind of the right fit for you?
It just felt like home, really. I love the campus, love the coach, and we were going to get some new facilities next year, so I'm excited. I think I'm going to play everywhere because I play utility in general, so we'll see when I get there.
What are the biggest things you think you need to improve in yourself to make that jump? Because you know better than anybody. It is a big jump.
Probably just settling in and learning the feel, learning the team, seeing how I vibe with them, and just seeing how we get along. I just really value my teammates and my coaches from here. They really have just pushed me the last 4 years, and I'm very excited to see what's to come. I'm looking just for 2. I want to go into radiology and get my technician certificate, so awesome. Probably just 2.
Why radiology?
I don't know. I just thought it was really interesting, and they make good money too.
Now, on the college gridiron, Hannibal continues to be fertile recruiting ground for quality wide receivers, of course, with Carter poised now to be the Pirates' next big export, following in the footsteps of one of his mentors in Drake Dudley. Except that Reed has chosen William Penn as his landing spot, and he comes to the table from day one with the requisite physicality to translate quickly to the collegiate level.
Excited for your future, so congratulations, Carter.
It's just another opportunity, man. Just another chance to go out and ball out, do what I love. You know, just ready to keep going. It was pretty perfect overall, just for me and my family. I actually committed like 2 days after my official visit. It was close enough to home to where if I had to come back for something urgent, I could, but still be far away enough for the college experience. You know, and then the coaching staff, the players, everything, the facilities, it was all just top notch.
He came here his junior year, you know, and we were real excited about him, and played great his junior year. Worked in a lot of tight end, and you know, later on in the year we started looking at him at that outside receiver spot, and that's something he really locked into this year. Put a lot of focus in his physicality this year, and some of those things that goes into when you're not getting the ball, and boy, that really made a huge difference in his play. You know, and not just that ability, his size and all that, his ball skills, but just his overall attitude coming out to practice, being there every day. He's always in a good mood. He's always having fun. Kids love being around him, you know, and when he's out there playing, A, you always know you're going to get good stuff out of him, and B, you know you're always going to have fun around him.
Everything, you know, college and high school are two completely different levels of ball, and if I want to go be great, you know, I got to do everything. Every aspect of my game has to improve, from route running to speed to catching to just pretty much everything. I'm ready to go in there and just make an immediate impact right away, and I don't plan on settling for anything else.
What's the academic journey for you? Have you thought major in Oskaloosa, what you want to be when this whole thing is done?
I have. I've thought about like a child psychology, something to do with helping kids.
And a Division I signing splash as well in America's hometown, with Kyrie Wilkerson fighting through a rigorous tryout process to land a coveted spot on the competitive cheer squad at Lindenwood University.
Something I told myself was that every clinic and every email I sent, that I was gonna, you know, prove that I'm worthy of being on these teams, and that I'm a good enough cheerleader to be there. And just Lindenwood made me feel so like welcomed, and they could see that within me, that I wanted more and that I appreciated the sport. So going through the process was just such a learning experience, and has really shown me that, you know, anything you want in life, you can just go for it and strive and get that. My whole life I would always watch cheer shows, and I would see, like, you know, oh, you know, Daytona and what it's like to compete at NCA, and I never really thought that it would be something for me. And just within my cheer season this year, I was like, you know, I feel like I'm not getting enough, and that I want more, and that there's so much more out there in the cheer world. And stopping now where I'm at, with all the potential that I know that I have in me, and that what the future holds, I knew that it would be best for me to continue that, not just my academic journey in a college, but to be a competitive cheerleader as well within college. So for me, I plan to study business administration and double major within health administration as well. And for me, I knew that, you know, just, you know, not going to Lindenwood just for college, but I made sure that Lindenwood was the best school for me academic-wise, because as everyone knows, academics is always really important, and succeeding not just within my athletic journey, but within my academics as well, is something that is super, super important to me.
And we'll have a couple of more signing celebrations coming your way tomorrow with Ben Schmidt. Now, today also marked an incredibly special event in Pittsfield, Illinois, a testament to the legacy of a young man who still inspires good more than a decade after his passing.
We just felt like Ty loved Pike County. He was the only one of our kids that would have come back, and we want to give back to Pike County because of the fact that Ty loved Pike County so much. So that helps us ease a little bit of the pain so that we can give back in his name.
Ty Rylander lost his life in a tragic automobile accident in November of 2014. But in the 11 years since, the memorial fund he inspired, enriched in part by the annual fun run, had today in his name, has aided various causes to the tune of over $30,000 that would have been near and dear to his heart.
He loves sports, and then when he got in high school, he got so involved in FFA. He loved farming with my brother, so just the passion of all of it together was Ty in general. He was so multi-dimensional and loved everything and loved people, so that just makes us feel better to be able to give back.
This year, the Ty Rylander Fund is putting its legs behind Pittsfield Ladies Hockey basketball and the unfortunately similar tragic circumstances that claimed Reese Ramsey's life just weeks ago.
It's exactly what Ty would have wanted. Steve and Richie Allen were best friends growing up. Ty actually spent some time with Brooks when he was a little guy and spent some time following Steve and Richie around at the shop. This would have been exactly what Ty would have wanted. This would have impacted him very hard. He would have admired Reese and all of her drive and athletic ability. This is so much what Ty would have wanted. He, I know, is smiling down about every part of this.
More than 200 runners and walkers of various competitive abilities took part this morning, and while Pleasant Hill's Lane Hubbard set a blistering standard for the sprinting crowd in the event, this fun run has always been more about reunion than race itself.
It is. We've got some real competitive runners. We also have people that are just here for fun and pizza and donuts and Reese's peanut butter cups.
The good works Ty Rylander still inspires won't end there, however, as this endeavor remains a marathon of positivity, not a sprint.
This is very important to us, and I think we mailed out around 100 virtually as well to people that Ty went to college with, to relatives, to people we don't know who they are even. It means a lot to us and to Ty's nieces and nephews to hope they continue it going long after we're gone as well.
Thank you. Okay, that worked out good. I think we needed that package, otherwise we were going to be super short. Yeah, I feel better about it now because I felt like we were really short. Okay, sounds good. Thank you. Thank you. It has been quite the winter in Canton, Missouri, as that sports-crazed community just welcomed home a Tiger Boys basketball squad that posted the finest finish in program history as state runners-up in Class 2 on Thursday. The trophy grab may not end there for the city, as there exists the possibility of a collegiate national title, or maybe even two, heading to the hill at Culver Stockton with a strong assist from the good folks just up north on the road to Keokuk, Iowa.
Ryan's great as a coach because he understands the aspect of letting us be who we are, and he doesn't try to force us to be something we're not.
In this, her second tour of duty as a kegler for Ryan Moore, Jasmine Saunders is once again a champion. The KHQA native helped her then high school coach build the Lady Chiefs bowling program into a prep dynasty that can lay claim to 6 state titles and 10 top 3 state finishes. Now reunited with Coach Moore in his first season, jointly directing the Culver Stockton men's and women's programs, Jasmine ends her career as a Heart of America Conference team titleist and bound next week for the NAIA National Tournament in Michigan. These are both first ever accomplishments for the Lady Wildcat program.
It means a lot because I've helped put a lot of work into this, and I wouldn't want it to end any other way because it's going to be my last tournament at the Nationals, and hopefully we come back natty champs.
She's a graduating senior, so she's going to get one chance for a national title, and like I said at the beginning, that's all we're ever looking for. We're looking for a chance at a national title every year, and her last year, she's going to get that chance, and hopefully these other ladies are going to have more chances to come.
These other ladies being a 7-woman crew in total comprised entirely of Iowa natives, including another former Gate City star in All-American sophomore Rachel Moore.
I feel like it's amazing. We've never accomplished something like that before, so it feels really good. It also shows what Culver Stockton can do as a team.
She's had a great season. The whole way she kind of looks at it, and I kind of try to look at it, is it's helping the team out score-wise everywhere we go. So, you know, I think her gameplay will helps push some of the ladies to try to be better as we go. And but no, I mean, she's had her season that we expected.
And yet the magic Ryan Moore has worked with the women's program isn't even the most impressive aspect of his collegiate coaching debut. Leading the Wildcat men from a Conference 6 seed to their own first ever conference title and national bid may have been the most pleasant surprise of the entire winter.
Just a great tribute to the kids and how they went through and battled through the weekend. You know, they had to face the number 1 seed and beat them twice in the championship match. So, I mean, you know, it's just like the March Madness, that, you know, 10 to 12 seed that always goes through, makes that run, it gets to the Final Four, maybe makes it the championship game. I mean, it's kind of along the lines of the accomplishment of that.
The dual spike in success here, an undeniable escalator for the future of both programs.
Change-wise, it just builds confidence heading into nationals for one. 2, it just makes life easier recruiting. Kids want to come to programs that have made it to a national tournament and had that shot at it.
As well as a sign right now that bowling's moment has indeed arrived on the hill in Canton.
For sure, we're getting a lot of attention now. Like our AD, he's super excited. He bought extra banners to hang up right by the scoreboard so everyone can see it when they walk in the field house. And we have people congratulating all the time that we didn't think would ever know that bowling existed.
And while both the Wildcats and Lady Wildcats will be viewed on paper as considerable underdogs next week in Sterling Heights for the big prize, the bowlers themselves aren't exactly downplaying the opportunity that lay in front of them.
We have a shot to win this, why not us? Because like this is our time to shine and we're going to. We proved it at conference and we'll prove it again in nationals.
I feel like I put a lot of pressure on myself just because that's what I've always done. But like our team can do a lot. We just have to make spares and be a team together.
You know, anything can happen at that point in time. We go out and we get hot, and we win 4 matches and move on to the next match and just continue to roll that through.
Great Lakes Valley Conference softball today from Kirksville. It is Truman State looking to bounce back against Upper Iowa. Cassie Smith wasting no time in this one, right back up the spine. Her first hit of the game. Remember that name, though. It wouldn't take long for Cassie to come to the plate in this one. Maddie Hickman hits the ground ball with just enough oomph in this one to bring home Miss Smith to give Truman the lead in the first. TSU continuing to rack up the runs. Emily Wood goes big fly here to center field. My goodness, that was crushed as well. That's a two-run homer to make it 3-0 Dogs. The hits just keep on coming. Maddie McCarty right here hits a double down the left field line to bring in two more. The Dogs up by 5 at this point. Coach Farrell got to be happy with that. Upper Iowa starting a run of their own in this one. The unconventional way, Kylie Doty is safe sliding into first for an RBI single, which brings this game to within 1. Tie game, bottom of the 7th. Cassie Smith again is going to deliver the walk-off winner in this one, and Truman State gets it done. 7-6 with the win, back over the 500 mark. And yes, take a bow, Miss Cassie Smith.
Scored a run, and with their, they knew I could do it, and so I knew I could do it. So it's all for them.
More softball now from the Veterans Complex coming up. Yes, there you go. Culver Stockton today with a sweep on the road from the Veterans Complex over Hannibal LaGrange. 10-7 in the first game and 8-0 in a shutout in game number 2. Let's do some baseball now. John Wood playing across the street for whatever reason at Quincy High School, taking on Spoon River in a series of 4 straight games. Gabe Wagner given an early 3-run lead, gets the strikeout right here to end the second. Spoon River with runners on the corners here in the third. Wagner with another punch out for number 2 right there, and then a weak tapper back to the mound. Yeah, that's inducing bad contact, and that's good stuff for Mr. Gabe Wagner. John Wood playing and trying to add on here to their lead in their next at bat. Jory Anderson gets an RBI the easy way on the walk, makes it 6-4 at that point. Wagner back to the bump, sets down another hitter looking right here. Then it's Grayson Coleman joining in the fun with a strikeout of his own to end the frame at that point. The Blazers about to break out the bats here in the 4th. Big time. Kevin Martinez doubles off the wall to drive in Gavin Duran in this one. Nice piece of hitting out to right field right there. And yeah, that nearly escaped the entire place right there as that plates a couple of runs right there, or at least one. Noah Dees. Yeah, how do you like these hits right here? He's now looking to do some damage. It'll do just that with a single to right. 2-run score. Trailblazers up 9-4 at this point. They're never going to look back. Win game number 1, 17-9, or actually game number 2. This was 17-9. Also won 16-5 today. Not as good news or luck for us on the Culver Stockton front. Unfortunately, we picked the wrong game of the Twin Bill to shoot against Central Methodist. First game of a Twin Bill right here. Davin Meyer gets the strikeout looking. Meyer would go 6 innings on the day. Pitched pretty strong. Isaiah Naylor gets the strikeout here to end the top of the 7th as well. Culver Stockton down 5-2 in their last at bat. Tristan Menny trying to do something in this one. Singles to bring the tying run to the plate, but unfortunately it would not pan out as the Wildcats lose 5-2 in the first game, but bounce back to get the win. 4-3 was your final in that contest. Also need to make mention of this to you. As I mentioned, there's Culver Stockton getting the win, and as I mentioned earlier, it was also John Wood getting a win as well, 17-9 in that other game as well on the day. And we'll have more overtime coming your way straight after this. Perfect. Thank you. And welcome back to Overtime, everybody. I would be highly remiss if I did not give you a shout out tonight to the Carthage Blue girls volleyball style 7th grade class 2A, second place in the state. Unbelievable accomplishment, young ladies. Congratulations to you. We might have a little IESA volleyball highlight coverage coming your way as well from the 8th grade crew a little later this week as well. And it is a big week. We're going to start Basketball Awards Week. Please understand, I'm going to do the big awards, but I haven't even started writing the all do or die teams. That's going to take a little bit of time. They will show up on the internet whenever I can get them done. I did start writing a little bit today, so hopefully in a couple of weeks, we'll drop the boys team first for you this year, girls team second in opposition to what we did last year. Again, things are starting to heat up nicely. We'll have all kinds of spring sports coming very soon for you. And again, we're going to put a bow on the basketball season this week and in the coming weeks on the internet as well. I'm all out of time, everybody. Overtime, right back here next Saturday. Good stuff for you, including the opening of Quincy Notre Dame soccer season on the road in a hostile environment at Jeff City Helias. We'll have that and much more. I will see you then.